Girls, what was the most obvious hint you dropped, and the guy just didn't get it? 1. We were playing life and he was the police officer. The rule is, if you spin a 10, he gets your speeding fines. I literally pulled open my button down and exposed my breasts and said, "What can I do to get out of paying this?" He said, "Ma'am, I am an officer of the law. Are you trying to prostitute yourself to me?" A couple days of flirting and sexual innuendo later, I literally had to spell out that I was trying to F him. We've been together 6 years now. 2. I threw my panties at him and he kept explaining God of War lore. 3. After chatting for hours on top of a mountain from sunset until like 2 a.m., sharing a blanket, me leaning my head on his shoulder, telling him he's attractive, etc. He turns to me and says, "How do you tell if a girl is into you?" 4. When my boyfriend and I had just started dating, we were laying down watching a movie, but this was a small bed and he was being respectful and giving me space. I kept wiggling backwards so I could get closer to him and he kept inching backwards too, since he thought I was just trying to get comfortable, and he was in the way. He ended up sitting in a chair next to the bed. 5. I'm a guy, but I once had an experience where I took the hint but still got rejected. A girl had asked me if I lost my V card yet. We were in high school. When I said I hadn't, she said that I could practice on her whenever I want. Mind you, we walking home after school because we lived close. I try to act on this hint when we get to her house and she said she was only joking and doesn't want it to be weird with us as friends. 6. I asked a guy on a festival to come take a shower with me. He didn't get it. He just repeated there was only one free shower and I was like, "Well, they are big, I'm sure it's fine." And he just looked confused and told me I could go first. We became close friends since that happened about 2 years ago, and this summer I spoke to him about it and he really had no idea. He did the biggest facepalm I've ever seen. 7. I had a girl invite me round her house once just to show me her posters. They were all of Harley-Davidson motorbikes, and she said she's never ridden a Harley before. Awkward silence, and after a few other bits of small talk I decided to be on my way. 2 years later I'm sitting on the bus and realize what she meant, Harley. Ridden a Harley. My name is Harley. 8. We were discussing costumes and I sent a picture of me in my bunny suit and said I'd need help out of it. His response was telling me he hoped my roommate was home or that would suck. I had to tell him I was implying I'd like him to take it off me and it took him a minute to catch up.